For descriptive statistics, you should either use a spreadsheet or use StatKey. So I'm going to show StatKey this time. I have a couple of options here. StatKey prefers data in a column. So first, find your way to StatKey if you don't already have it bookmarked. I have it linked under useful websites. And StatKey was built to accompany the textbook we're using. So we want the StatKey app down here. And for this question, in my homework here, I have one quantitative variable, which is the masses of western tree squirrels. All right, so again, StatKey, one quantitative variable section here. Let's blow this up a little bit. We want to edit their data out. So select all the data, delete it. The data needs to be in a column, and so I'll usually give you column data options. So the first is not a column, but if I look here, I do have a column. So I can use my mouse to highlight data here, and don't highlight too much, highlight just enough, copy it, and then go paste it into StatKey, and then double check a couple of things. I do have the title at the top, so leave the check for data has a header row. If you didn't copy the header row, then uncheck that. I do not have a first column identifying which squirrel is which here, so I'm going to uncheck that box and then hit OK. So from here, I get all of the summary statistics that I need, the basic ones at least, and I can use those to calculate other ones. So this particular question asked me about the mean and the standard deviation, which StatKey gladly gives me over here. So 649.833. And this says to at least one decimal point, so that'll work. You could choose to round that to just one decimal point if you want. And then the standard deviation according to StatKey, 137.560. And the 0 is not significant here, so I am not going to type it. And then does that look reasonable? Does about 650 look like it's in the middle of distribution? And I would say yes. And think about the 2 standard deviation rule. Does it look like most of the data is within 2 standard deviations of that? So if you took 650 plus 140 plus another 140, that would be what, 650, 800, 830-ish. Yeah. And going the other way, if we subtracted about 240 from that, that would put us at like, what, 410? Yeah, that seems reasonable. So that seems like a reasonable standard deviation based on this picture here, and a reasonable mean based on the 95% rule in section 2.3. Again, StatKey is a very nice tool. It gives us a lot of information there. Also, we can get a quick histogram that we can adjust. We can get a box plot if we need it. Lots of fun there. Take care. Do good math.